Hi everyone, it's B, and for today's video, I will be sharing my honest thoughts and my honest review on some of the Filipino makeup brands that I got when I was on vacation in the Philippines about 5 months ago. So I think 5 months is an ample enough of time for me to share my thoughts about them. Don't worry, these aren't a lot of items when I was in the Philippines. I made sure to just grab some things that I know that I'll be able to use. So before we get started, I'm just gonna give you a rundown of all the products I have. So first we have Get Ready With Me Cosmetics, of course. And then we have Arcadia Beauty's Tone Up Sun Serum Cushion. We have these blur powders from Dr. Sensitive, eyeliners from Vice Ganda Cosmetics, eyebrow setter from Chuchu Beauty, another eyebrow setter from Nichido, and the L.A Girl brow pomade. So let's go. So first, let's start with the Get Ready With Me foundations. When these first came out, they went viral, and obviously it took me a year to get my hands on it because they weren't available here in the UAE. But I remember them being so trendy because they're probably one of the very first brands who launched a good amount of foundation shade range that caters to a lot of Filipino women. I was so excited when I was in the Philippines kasi meron silang foundation that caters to someone like me who has an olive undertone. Okay, so I have two shades here. This is in the shade Almond MN28, and this is in the shade Birch, which is LMO24. Etong si Almond, binili ko siya from their store in Molino. Etong si Birch is the one that I got from Lazada. I just noticed this like a few days ago that when I compare them, hindi pantay yung bottom. So I'm guessing Birch has more quantity compared to the Almond. And before I get into how the product is on my skin, I just wanna talk about itong si Almond foundation. I think there's something wrong with it. I don't know, maybe kung sa formulation or it's the packaging, but I don't know if you guys will be able to see na parang medyo watery yung consistency niya. Nagse-separate, ayan no. And no matter how many times I shake it, ganyan talaga siya. As compared to Birch, which is just like normal. Hindi ako nagkakaroon ng ganong separation sa product. Pero eto, you can, I hope the camera can pick it up, na watery talaga siya. Ayan o. Kikita niyo ba? See? And another thing na hindi ko nagustuhan with this is that sumasabog siya, guys. So, ayan. Like, I have not used this foundation in a while. And when I took it out kanina to review, pag open ko, ganyan na siya. So, nag-leak na all over yung foundation. And the consistency of this, as I mentioned earlier, is more runny compared to the Birch one. Ipapakita ko sa inyo. But before that, wait lang. Linisan natin siya. So, I don't know, maybe this has something to do with quality control, I guess. Alam niyo ba, when I brought this from the Philippines all the way to Dubai, buti na lang talaga tinape ko and then nilagay ko siya into a separate plastic bag. Like, kasi glass siya eh. So, etong dalawang foundation, naka-separate siya na resealable na plastic, and then I even taped that to be sure. And then, pag arrive ko dito, sobrang nag-leak itong si Almond, but the Birch one was completely fine. So, I don't know, this must have been a quality control issue on their part. But I don't know, pati kasi yung texture or consistency ng product, parang feeling ko hindi siya dapat ganon. That's just my feeling. Dapat hindi siya ganon na masyadong matubig because I have seen, you know, makeup reviews, but sayang if I had known na ganon, binalik ko sana. But tapos every time pala na pinapump ko yung product, parang I don't know, parang may sira yung suction or something. There's always like an effort for me to pump it out kasi parang hindi niya nakuha yung product. So I have to shake it vigorously every single time para talagang mag-mix yun. So, this is Birch. Ayan, para makita nyo. Yan, so as you guys can see, parang normal foundation, liquid foundation texture siya. But, pag ito kay Almond, ayan, Oh my god. Ayun. There's something wrong with this pump. Diba? Ibang-iba yung consistency. Almond is really liquidy as compared to birch. So I'm not sure whether ganyan ba talaga siya, very liquidy, because of the ingredients. Syempre, some pigments can make a huge difference on the finish of the foundation. But I don't know, I feel like hindi dapat maging ganyan yung consistency ni almond. But so far, yun lang naman yung problema ko sa kanya. I think I can live with it. It's just that it's just so messy every time I have to use it. And I have to make sure to shake it talaga ng mabuti para mag-mix ng maayos yung product sa loob. But in terms of performance, I really love these two. And one of the reasons kung bakit ako napabili ng dalawang shades is because when I went to their store in Molino, ito yung nirecommend ng mga SA nila sa akin. And during that time, it looked really nice on my skin. Pero nung nabili ko na siya and ginagamit ko na siya more frequently, napansin ko na medyo maputi pala siya on my skin. Lalo na if I need a fuller coverage of foundation on my face. Doon ko na-realize that this shade is slightly a little bit more fairer than my skin tone. So I ended up getting another shade, which is Birch, the one with an olive undertone, and this one really was smack on the right shade for my skin. The foundation is very buildable, but for me personally, I always just use a very light layer on my skin. Ayoko lang medyo makapal na foundation unless maybe the occasion calls for it. I think the only thing that I noticed when using this foundation is that if you have dry skin or dehydrated skin, I would not recommend you to use this foundation because it is going to settle on those dry patches. So make sure that you really hydrate and prep your skin before using this foundation. Now, in terms of wearability in the UAE summer heat, okay naman siya. I do have an oily T-zone. Napapansin ko lang every time I use this is that I oil up even more on my nose area. But I'm glad that the foundation still stays put kahit na nagpapawis na ako throughout the day. So, in terms of performance, I really like them. In terms of quality control, I guess they need to work on. I also have their Get Ready With Me na green beige concealer. This was recommended to me by their SA in store. I'm quite tan now, but before I did get tan, sometimes this is just enough to cover the redness on my skin or yung mga red marks ko or PIH ko from acne, and it's good enough to make my skin look so much more brighter. Pero ngayon na medyo tan ako, hindi ko siya masyadong nagagamit. Especially when I start applying foundation on my skin, nakikita ko na medyo maputi yung itsura niya on areas na naglagay ako ng green beige. But when I had a lighter skin tone, I would use this on its own and sobrang okay siya. Again, if you have dehydrated skin or dry skin, prepping your skin is the key. This has also been a great help sa mga foundations and skin tints na meron ako that are slightly bit darker on my skin tone because nanu-neutralize niya yung color to help match my actual skin tone. And the last one that we have from Get Ready With Me is their Quad Goals Baked Highlighter, and this is in the shade Tala. Now, I really love this highlighter because it just gives your skin like a very natural glow. It's not screaming too much na naka-highlighter ka. It's actually what I'm using right now. Sobrang subtle siya on the skin. If you have a morena skin tone, highly recommend na bilhin nyo to. But I do have an issue with the packaging. I know that they're trying to make it more sulit for their customers. If they buy 4 from either their blush or their highlighters, makakakuha sila nung compact casing where you can put all the 4 shades, blushers or highlighters, or mix them together in one compact. But it would have been much better if they put this in a proper single highlighter palette. Meron naman nabibiling ganon eh. And sana sa ganun na lang nila nilagay because Like, for me at that time, I only needed a highlighter. I already have a blush. I don't need to buy other products just to get the lalagyan. Hindi masyadong maganda yung lalagyan considering that it's plastic. And sometimes if I have to go out, toss this in the bag. Also, sobrang laki din nung plastic. And there is a chance na masira or mabutos tong plastic na to. In fact, yung dito nga sa my corners, napuputol na. So that's actually safety hazard kasi you can get yourself hurt or scratched. And yeah, I wish they just changed the packaging, but in terms of the performance of this highlighter, I really can't complain. I love it. I use it every single day. Okay, we're done with Get Ready With Me. The next one that we have is Arcadia Beauty's Tone Up Sun Serum, and this is in the shade number 2. I absolutely love this sun serum. When I was first using shade number 2 on my skin, it was actually a little bit darker. Pero ngayon na medyo tan na ako, okay na yung shade niya. As in, this is what I'm using on my skin right now. And as you can see, sobrang ganda nung coverage niya on my skin. Very, very natural. I like that it also has an SPF 50 PA4+. I think ang hindi ko lang ginagamit dito is yung kanilang sponge because it just picks up too much product. And I also don't use the sponge dry. So I use my own beauty sponge, damp siya, and then tsaka ako ginagamit yung product to apply on my skin. Ganda nung packaging. I like the way it feels on the hand. It feels very secure. Pero ang issue ko lang dito is bakit dalawa lang yung shades. I really hope that Anna comes up with wider shade range. This is a really good everyday, I would say, makeup and sun protection product. Sabi ko nga when I first reviewed this product on my TikTok that if Anna had a wider shade range and it had my perfect shade on it as well, I would be happy to get rid of all my foundations. Tapos ito lang yung gagamitin ko every single day. It is that good. I use this so much, pero until now, it has been 5 months. Sobrang dami pa din yang laman. So, for I think $7.99 if I'm not mistaken, sobrang sulit siya. Pero I hope na mas tuunan pa niya to ng pansin because I don't think I have ever loved a cushion tint as much as I love this. And this is something that I really wanna have in my stash on a regular basis. So I would say it's like one of the perfect sun cushion or tinted sun cushions that I've ever used in my entire life. Okay, next, I have 2 blurring powders here. This is from Dr. Sensitive. Meron tayong compact and meron tayong loose. Ito, nabudol lang ako ng nanay ko because she said it really mattifies your skin, and that is really true. But if you are morena like me, make sure na konti lang yung i-apply nyo sa skin nyo kasi medyo namumuti siya on the skin. So, pag ginagamit ko siya, I just tap my brush in there, remove the excess, and then brush it on my skin. But in terms of mattifying, it really does work. I know that they come in 2 other shades. I think merong natural and nude. I actually wanted to get my hands on them. Kaya lang sabi ko, what if it's either too yellow or too warm on my skin? And I thought the translucent one is like the safest bet. So I have 2 kasi ito ginagamit ko sa bahay. And then this one naman pagka lumalabas. So I don't really use the sponge that comes with it. I always use a brush to lightly use the product on my skin. Next, we have the Vice Cosmetics Lasting Liner on the Daily. So I have 2 shades here. One is in the shade Espresso and this is in the shade Jet Black. I actually got this last minute, like before we went to the airport coming back here. I was searching for an eyeliner that will not smudge. And so far, after reading all the reviews, ang dami nagsasabi na sobrang okay daw itong eyeliner ni Vice Cosmetics. So, I took the plunge. I got 2 of each color and I am so glad it really lives up to the hype. So, this is a retractable eyeliner and it also has a sharpener at the bottom. Ayan siya. If you guys want to sharpen your eyeliners and make it more pointier para ma-achieve niyo yung cat eye na ganyan. But I personally don't sharpen it kasi sayang yung product. So, I just use an eyeliner brush to do my eyeliner every single time. And I really love it, especially in Dubai weather ha. The last few days, grabe yung humidity, it's out of this world. Pero kahit sobrang init and sobrang pawis na pawis ako, whenever I use this eyeliner, hindi siya bumabagsak on my lower lash line. And as you guys can see, the jet black also provides a good solid color on my eyes. I'm able to do a precise wing liner using my eyeliner brush, and I love it. I mean, if you're looking for something affordable that will last you throughout the day, definitely ito yung marirecommend ko sa inyo. And also a tip if you want this eyeliner to last even longer is get the Dr. Sensitive Translucent Powder. You can use this or the loose one, and then brush it on top of the eyeliner that you've drawn, and that will make it stay put throughout the day. Another last minute purchase product is the L.A Girl Brow Pomade. It's also what I'm using right now. Very straightforward. Ganyan siya. That's how it looks like in the pot. I am in the shade dark brown GBP 365. So it can make your brows look natural, or kung gusto mo na medyo mas dark pa, it's very buildable, kaya din yung gawin. And it also lasts throughout the day. If I'm not mistaken, parang ano yata ito eh, water resistant and sweat resistant for the entire day. So really perfect ngayon that it's summer. A little goes a long way as well. Konting-konti lang yung products na kailangan yung gamitin. Sometimes when I use this, I'll dip my brush into the pomade. I'll just do one line on my brows and then use the spoolie to actually blend it on my eyebrows, and it looks super natural. Ganun lang siya kadaling gamitin. Okay, so we are at our last two products. We have two brow setters here. We have one from Nichido and one from Chuchu Beauty. Let's start with the Chuchu Beauty first. This product was actually recommended by Rai Velasco, so nabudol ako. But unfortunately, this is not effective on my brows. Maybe it's effective on other people, but personally for me, hindi siya effective kasi I just have really long and stubborn brows. Medyo makapal yung eyebrow hairs ko. So whenever I use this, bumabagsak pa din yung brow hairs ko. But in terms of how the spoolie looks like, I really like it. As you can see, dito sa bottom, mas mahaba yung brush, and then at the top, mas maikli. So whenever I brush my eyebrow hairs, especially pagka mahaba yung hair or nahihirapan na pumasok yung product in between the hairs, the long side of the spoolie actually helps. But in terms of keeping my brows in place, it's just not as effective for me. So those are my thoughts on the Chuchu Beauty. I still use it every now and then because it still helps and I don't want to waste the product. Pero yun nga, talagang bumabagsak pa din yung eyebrow hairs ko. I think I'm gonna need something more stronger than this eyebrow setter. And also, kapag ka naubo siya, I definitely am going to keep the spoolie and I'm definitely going to reuse it. And lastly, si Nichido na eyebrow gel. This is nothing talaga. It does nothing. When we asked the sales lady about this one, sabi niya it will really keep your brows in place. But it does nothing to my brows. At least itong si Chuchu Beauty, ano pa siya, effective pa siya ng slight sa eyebrows ko. Pero ito, wala. It's like parang naglalagay lang ako ng basang product on my eyebrows. It literally does nothing on my brows. So if you have stubborn, super stubborn eyebrows like me, definitely would not recommend this one from Nichido. But maybe if you guys want to try out the Chuchu Beauty, you can go ahead and try it. So if I had to choose my top 3 favorites, it would be Arcadia Beauty Stone Up Sun Serum, tapos si Get Ready With Me Cosmetics na highlighter, and Vice Cosmetics eyeliner. Sobrang sulit talaga ng mga products nito, and it is worth, in my opinion, every penny. So that is my honest review about these beauty brands. I love that so many beauty brands in the Philippines are definitely pushing the boundaries when it comes to the standard of beauty for Filipino women. And in all honesty, mas inaabangan ko pa yung mga local products na lumalabas sa Pinas as compared to international brands. So anyway, that is everything for my review and for this video. If you guys reach until the end, thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you on my next one. Bye!